Hello there, good morning to you. This is Kakaki Social. Welcome to Tuesday's edition. I'm Rena Obozege. The ministerial screening of Festus Keyamo led to a rowdy session at the Senate Monday, forcing the highest lawmaking body of Nigeria into a 3-hour closed-door session. This was after the Labour Party senator representing Abia Central, Darlington Uwokocha, accused Keyamo of disrespecting and accusing the Knights Assembly of corruption while he was the Minister of Labour and Employment. That was 3 years ago, and trouble started this time with questions relating to the 52 billion naira budgeted for the recruitment of 774,000 Nigerians under the National Directorate of Employment. Let's go back in time before yesterday.
We are doing serious business here. How can you expose corruption without cameras? I must respond. I won't respond to what you said.
Minister, you are not accepting us.
You cannot say something and disallow me the opportunity to respond. It's wrong. It's wrong. You make a submission now and you don't give me the space to respond. All my life as a lawyer, I'm not involved.
We invited the nominee because this thing has been a subject of controversy and public debate. And when he was invited, he expressly told us, to the public, that we want to hijack his role, that we want to blackmail us, that we are corrupt, that we want to hijack. When he was asked, which indices did you use to gain this? He said, in quote, they are not from the moon.
I do support that this nominee should be stepped down pending when he decides that the National Assembly has that right to inquire into the workings of a minister and his ministry.
My apology is without reservation. It's total apology for the misunderstanding that arose between us in my committee at that time at the Night Assembly. I apologize without reservation. Total apology.
Okay, Keyamo there, apologizing for the past. Let's see how this went down on the space of social media. Now over to some reaction. Oserime says, some people can do anything in their favor to get power. The humility of a man is tested when he has power. Festus apologized because he needed the ministerial position. Aside that, he's full of himself. For another user tweeting at Kelvin, it says, if he, Keyamo, tries to speak up, be rest assured he would be told to off his mic because his response will expose and indict members of the Senate. He that comes to equity must come with clean hands. I am sure no hand there is clean, so he will surely get cleared. Well, he has been cleared and confirmed. For mayor, it says the only reason for the rowdy session and why Festus Keyamo was rejected by the Senate was because he disrespected the Knight Senate and is laughing about it. He said, I would love to see same energy transferred to former governors and old politicians on the same list who stole public funds and disrespected the people. And for nice and kind, he says, see how Keyamo became humble. All those trash, he always tweets. See how quiet he was. But so far, when he was nominated on Friday, when he made it to the list on Friday, this was his response when news medium had it that Tinubu replaces ministerial nominee, picks Keyamo, and he was singing and dancing, and he says, he's a miracle. Please don't watch my dance. He's a miracle working God. He's a miracle working God. Oh, he's the Alpha and Omega. He's a miracle working God. So far, this has been his response. He was even dragged yesterday, like, why have you been silent? But then he has uploaded like a 37 minutes clip from the confirmation yesterday, and he tagged it for the record, just so you know that he has been confirmed. But during the closed-door session, which I mentioned earlier, Akpabio had to visit the presidential villa to probably see the president on next line of action. And luckily for KEYAMO, he was screened. And among the 45 that have been confirmed as ministers for the Tinubu administration, the remaining 3 are El-Rufai, Okutete, and then Danladi. And according to the president of the Senate, they are awaiting security clearance. Let's see what Nigerians are also saying. So these are the 3 of them who have not been confirmed to make it 48 who were screened. Over to some reactions now. Lodi Smart says El-Rufai that cleared some of their beautiful mansions in Abuja back then, they are using payback time strategy for him. That's Nigeria politics for you. Obidatis Mandate says, I'm surprised about Malam. I'm just curious what security issues Stella Okutete has. And finally, Yimika says, if you understand how Nigeria politics work, you will know that they have not borne the 469 House of Assembly members well to reject one person from the ministerial list Tinubu sent them. In fact, sending them that list for approval is a constitutional